Greetings, everyone. Dr. Satan here. Got another tips and tricks video. A few things to help the solo survivor, so to say. You can see out here at the lab, which, aka the middle of nowhere. Not so much base design, but things you can do to make things a little easier for yourself if maybe you're solo or just you and a friend defending against some cunts. It's not going to help if you're being offline rated. Some things are going to help in a sense that, you got to try and make it as difficult as possible for that person to get to your loot. Obviously, if they've got the resources and they really don't like you and they just foundation raid you, none of this matters. But you never know, that person might be on a raiding budget. So we'll start out with a few of the things that's on the exterior of this base. I guess we'll start with the snap traps. Normally there would be grass. These would probably be tough as shit to see if you could even see them. And most of the time, if someone's coming to raid you or attacking your base and they see you've got windows or a way where you can defend, first thing they're going to do is come up to the edge of your wall trying to get cover. Which, a lot of people use snap traps, but you don't see them used as much, I guess you could say, as they should around bases. You just got to remember yourself not to step on these things, because they can be a pain in the ass. They'll be your best friend and your worst enemy. Another thing that I've always seen a lot of people do, which I'll come around here, is this right here. Whenever you're placing your furnaces, be careful, because they'll just loot you right through the wall, and it'll be the cheapest raid of their lives. It's crazy how you can do that, but I'm sure it'll be patched eventually. So that is another thing to look out for. You'll see I got 2 concrete barricades right here. That's mainly just to kind of help mark how far out some of the snap traps come, so that way it's almost like a visual aid for yourself as a reminder. You're coming out of your base and then you'll know, stay away from the walls, because there's been a lot of times I'll come out of my base and I'll hug the wall, and if I've placed any snap traps, I'll run right over them. Another thing is, you see a lot of people that will upgrade where their tool cupboard is to sheet metal, which there's no real advantage of doing that other than showing the people that are more experienced at the game, like, oh, there's probably a tool cupboard back here. So yeah, try not to upgrade it like that. Save your frags, upgrade multiple panels at once at least, so that way it leaves them guessing. But you can also do that to try and trick some of the more experienced people, like I've done here. You just upgrade one corner and they'll think, oh, that must be a TC. So what they do, they come, we'll use our imaginary C4 here. They throw a C4 on it and blow in. Oh, what's this? A barricade. Yeah, that's another thing you can do. Put barricades in your honeycombing. It can be a little expensive at times if you're on a vanilla server especially. It's more snap traps. But it's an extra C4. It's extra rockets. It's more time and more materials that they'll have to spend to try and raid your base. Especially if you're online. It's going to help you. The longer you can make it take them, the more time it gives you to kill them and try and run their resources dry, to help you out. So we'll go in here. I just put sheet metal doors on there. I always recommend doing armored doors. There's a ladder hatch here. Ignore that for now. We'll get to that in a second. And another thing, let me get to. This would be another mistake right here. Soft side wall. This would melt fairly quickly against a couple of raiders with pickaxes, and they would need no C4 at all to get through this door. Just some metal frags and wood, and they'd be in. Always trying to make sure you have hard side facing in where it's relevant. Like, you come in here, it's all hard side. Keeps them from being able to pickaxe anywhere. It leaves them with less options. Now, you can pickaxe hard side wall. If you find someone that's determined enough, they really, really want to raid you, they can pickaxe the hard side of these walls. It takes forever, but you can do it. It's very rare to see people do that. And you notice this bottom level, there's nothing down here. It's literally just to get up into the base. And the main reason I do that is so that way, you know, you don't put a furnace down here, you don't put a chest that leaves stuff that people can boost up to get up to the next level. So if there's someone solo raiding you, that makes it very difficult indeed. So moving on. And ladder hatches are always your best friend because they can't open them if they don't have the code. If you put stairs in your base, there's ways to get around without blowing up stairs to get into your base. And unless it's made out of twig, it can be pretty easy for some people. Alright, next thing. Try and put a code lock and a door on almost everything. Especially your loot room, your furnace room, and some people even like to put their tool cupboard behind a door, which, you know, if that's what you want to do, cool. You know, it's your base, it's your home. Make it how you want it. Always recommend armored doors on everything, though. Like I said, I just got sheet doors just for the video to hurry up and throw this together. I'm not trying to rush it too much, but you know what I mean. But yeah, always have it behind a door, and try to always put your tool cupboard on at least the second floor. Bottom floor can make it so easy for people because if they get that tool cupboard, you're done for. If they build up your base, they get on your roof, they blow down, you're done. And then while you're in game, try and look through some of the item list. You can hit F1 and go to item list, and you can look through all the different stuff that the game has to offer. You know, you can go under construction and look at all the different stuff, like how can I incorporate this to the game? How can I incorporate that to my base or this to my base, you know, to help defend yourself. And you always got to think defensively. Try and think of little tricks and ways you can make it harder for that other person. You know, picture yourself as the raider, raiding your own base, because you are the best person to know your base's weaknesses because you built it. So you're going to know, you know, where you could kind of improve. Like, this is the first ladder hatch you saw down in there. Now, say someone's raiding you, they blow through your first door. You could open this hatch right here, and that'll disable them from being able to get through that first door so easily, and potentially give you, you know, some sort of area that you could shoot them from to defend. You put this concrete block right here, or this barricade, sorry, and it keeps them from coming up the ladder hatch. Make sure you put some doors on it, so that way someone can't just blow into there, blow the ladder hatch, and then boost up. So you'll have some more defense by being able to, you know, even if you got to close yourself inside of here. Oh, crap. If you got to close yourself inside of here to, you know, make sure, like, if you die, then they're not going to be able to just blow the hatch and then boost in, you know. And then it'll help keep them from being able to loot you as well. So that's another little trick that I've done in the past. Alright, we'll go up to the next level. Nope, I don't want that. I want ladder. Thank you. And see how I've got another set of double doors? Everything you can possibly do to try and make it difficult for them. So now this is the upper level. This is like the defense level, I guess you could say. We've got doors, we've got triangle floors coming out. And whenever you can do something like this, where you've got triangles coming out, something you can stand on, it makes it so much nicer and easier for defending your base, because you could just sit here and just tag up anyone that's right there at your door. Got some asshole camping your door, just come out and blast them. Simple as that. But you also got to know how to work the door system right. If you've got a couple of assholes out in front of your base, go through, open both doors, don't peek yet. Let them sit there and think, oh crap, which door is he coming through? You know, and then pick a door, you know, light them up, go to the other door, light them up, go back to that same door, light them up. You got to randomize it. Don't make yourself predictable for them. Because, you know, if you're sitting down here with a bolty and that door opens, you're like, okay, I'm ready. Peek, let me shoot you. If both doors open, they're going to have to sit there and go back and forth, and it could be that split second from them aiming at that door that you pop out at that door that gives you enough time to kill them before they can kill you. So yeah, it's always the little things you gotta try and keep in mind and try and remember, and to think of yourself as the attacker, and think of ways like, think of battles in the past that you've been in and things that have made it difficult for you. Like, oh crap, he's changing position, he's over here, he's over there. And then try and incorporate that into your base. Hopefully you'll get online rated and you'll be able to defend yourself. You know, whether you win or lose the fight, you would at least have the ability, or you'd at least have the chance to defend your base, because there's a lot of them out there that's all they do is offline because they can't online, which, you know, to each his own. Everyone's got their own flavor. I mean, I personally, I don't like offline rating. I've done it before to people to return the favor of them offline rating me. I always like the online raid, but I know starting out when you're new to the game, you're going to be doing a lot of offline raiding because you're still learning to get good at the game, I guess you could say. You know, offline raiding is a lot safer option than online raiding, especially if you're solo or if it's just you and a buddy trying to go up against 3 or 4 people, you know? So, but I think that should just about wrap it up for this video. Hope I got my point across on most of the stuff. Hope I didn't ramble on too much, but if you have any questions, please put them in the comments down below. If you have any other ideas you'd like to see on the tips and tricks. If you have any other ideas you'd like to see on the tips and tricks series, just put it down there in the comments below. I'll try and squeeze a video out for you. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. I had a good time, and I will catch you guys next time.